Welcome back to the channel. Again, I apologise about the wind. I've spent £400 just about on external Rode microphones and bought myself a brand new GoPro media mod, and guess what? Second media mod doesn't work with the GoPro Hero 13. Constantly turns it off and tells you you've got no battery, and then when I'm hitting record, sometimes I've got sound, sometimes I haven't. So we're going to have to get this issue rectified, either by GoPro, or I'm going to have to look to buy another microphone. Not a microphone, sorry, another camera. Get away from the GoPro. So today we're at Waxholme. We are going to be fishing in the hopes of some bass. My first ever smooth out, or anything that lurks in the water. We did fish here last night for a few hours. Me and John. I only got a doggy. He got dog whiting. In fact, he got a couple of dogs, I think 3. Few whiting and stuff. He did stay here till stupid o'clock this morning, about 8 AM. I left at 4 AM this morning. Went and got my head down for a bit. And yeah, we're back, setting up. So, what we've been using over the night for power and stuff is the Allpowers power station, which was gifted to me quite a while ago now. They've been super supportive of the channel. It also comes with a solar panel, so that's going to be running my fridge and stuff today, charging the batteries up, charging the drone up currently, and yeah, lovely day. A little bit breezy, a little bit more windy than I expected, but there's a nice big deep gully down the bottom here. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it on the drone footage. Keep an eye out for that when I pop it up. I don't know when in the video it'll pop up, but you'll have either seen it or you will be seeing it. So I want to get the gear on my back, get my waders on, head down these naughty old cliffs, see if we can't catch myself a fish. Fingers crossed. Talk to you about the gear when I'm down there. Right, so first rod's set up. I've opted this time. I was using John's rigs yesterday. I think one was a dropper pulley. I can't remember the name of the other, but it's very soft ground anyway, so we'll be using John's rigs again today. However, I've decided to opt on this rod for the time being. I've put a single pulley rig on, just with one Aberdeen size 2 hook, and I've put a frozen peeler crab on it, and that's it. 7-ounce gripper lead. I'm going to send that out, see if I can't find myself an early bass, for me anyway. So, I'm going to drop it over the back of that sandbank. It's not very choppy today, but it's a little bit better than yesterday, so there's always the chance, and you never know. Let's get casting out. Right, that's the first rod in the water. Let's get the accelerator set up. We'll see if we'll be lucky today, because I was pushing my luck last night. I left as soon as I got that doggy, just to say that I didn't blank. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day, minus the wind. Right, let's get this set up. I'll show you what's on there. And this one, I've just opted for straight squid. Very small bait, just while I see what's dotting around. We are fishing a flooding tide, so very shortly, well, it's pretty much filled up now. We'll get into that channel to see if there's anything kicking about. I was stood in there yesterday at low water and I was up to my waist. So, you know, there's a fair bit of water in there, even on low tide. But yeah, we're going to be moving back pretty often. But yeah, let's get that sent out while that crab bait's out. See just what happens. Right, we've got baits out in the water. Now we just need to pray to God that it's not a big blanket session, that we at least get something, whether it's big or small. We ain't bothered on this channel. Anyway, if you are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, it massively helps the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below. I'll always reply to everybody's messages and whatnot. And yeah, don't forget to go out and check the other videos, because we've got plenty there, and a multitude of different species. Sent a big crab bait out there. If anybody's wondering the gear that we're using, I'll drop all the description, the links down below. If there's anything that you're interested in or you want to know, I'll drop as much information down there as possible. Oh. Second cast on the Limitless rod, on the prosport. That's paired with the Daiwa BG. Obviously we've got the Thompson accelerator there. Paired with the Penn spinfisher, 75 long cast. Both loaded with 60-pound braid. These are my heavy ground rods. This isn't something I particularly do, so I'm probably a little bit overkill for what we're fishing for. But it's nice to get out and try anyway, let's face it. John's just been on the phone. He said he had some bass last night, a few more doggies, and then he told us he was bitten off by something off his rod. keeled over where she was on live, and he was missing about 5 or 6 inches of his line. Now I know this ground is nothing but sand, so to me there's only one thing out there that'll bite off your gear, and that's tow. And that was on plain squid, so there's always a possibility of anything. It's a nice deep mark. There's a lovely channel in there. There's much more colour out there today on the water than there was yesterday. So I'm hopeful. We're going to be spending the full day here. We catch fish, we catch fish. If we don't, we don't. That's fishing. I'm still going to post a video for you to watch. So if he's making it to the end, who knows? Might be some fish. Don't go too early, because sometimes I'll record these stuff and I might not catch any fish all the way during the day, but then there is a point on the videos, usually towards the end, when I start hitting the fish, and I guarantee you most of you have got bored, not seen any fish from the start, and you have left. So make sure you stick around to the end, just watch, see if anything happens. Right, just baited up another one of John's rigs. Ready to bring the accelerator in, but absolutely no touches whatsoever. We are out to quite the distance. I'm wondering whether I should maybe do a shorter cast. Just see what happens. I've baited this one up with a small bit of mackerel and a small peeler crab, which I got myself. So I've massively decreased on the bait sizes as well. And we're just going to cover everything really, and just make sure you know that we're not missing a little trick. So got some mussel in that as well. Shortly I am going to nip up to the van once we're further up the beach, and I know my gear's going to be safe because I've got some king prawns in the van, which John reckons is very good on this beach. So we will also be giving them a little shot, and if I have to, I'll make some flapper rigs up in the van. We'll do some scratching rigs, small bits of squid and that on for some whiting, just to try and eliminate not catching anything today. But predominantly I am after hounds, so hounds and bass is the main two things that I'm after here. So I want to make sure that I give it 100% of my time to try and catch them species. If not, then like I say, we'll start on another method of having a scratch about. So I'm going to get this one reeled in now, get the baits changed over, get another one sent back out. I thought I was getting a bite there, but I wasn't. I'll stick his back on the tripod while I get this in. Bunked that right on the edge between where the dirty water ends and the cleaner water starts. I've literally bunked it right on the edge of that colour line that's sitting in the water. I don't think you'll be able to see that, but you might have seen it on the drone. It goes from dirty to clean. There is obviously, like I say, the channel in between that. I can see some dotted around what looks like another sandbar over there. So it goes dirty, clean, then dirty again with a patch of clean water in the middle. I'm presuming that's going to be your deeper section. Now I can see where that channel is running from there, and I am just on the edge, probably in that gully right now, which is handy today because you couldn't see that last night. Obviously, one, it was dark, but the water was a lot cleaner last night. And it's due to pick up as the day progresses, so it may get dirtier as the day goes on. Whether it'll be in our favour, I don't know. I would presume yes, because we're in daylight, so you want a bit of colour in the water. Time will tell. Back shortly. Fish on, boys and girls. Mackerel, squid, mackerel and crab, slack lined, very instantly. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully it's a nice fish. Either a bass or a white. Get in! It's neither. It's only my first little smoothie. Get on. Very happy with that. My first ever little pup, little smooth hound. Look at that. Hey, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I know it's only small, but yeah, I'm well happy with that. Absolutely buzzing. Absolutely stunning little creatures. Let's get them both back. See if we can't catch a bigger one. Get in. There you go, look at the little pup. Look at the little pup. Get him back in the water. We shall let him go. There it goes. Hey, that's the only thing I catch today. I'm happy. It's a new species off my list. We had a huss last week at Anglesey. Another new species. That's 2 new species this year. Regardless of size, I am happy, as you can tell. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. So that was just on the edge of the colour. So that's exactly where that bait's going back out, because that bait was in the water. Not even 2 minutes. It hasn't even been touched. So let's get it back out there. Back in exactly the same place as before. Time to get another rig set up with the same baits on, because usually once they start they come in thick and fast. So we ain't going to mess about. We're going to get some more baits knocked up and get them ready. See you shortly. Let's get another fresh one in. Slack liner by the look of it. Somebody picked it up and ran with it. It's not there, so we'll hang fire. We'll hang fire in case it comes back. But that accelerator has just massively slack lined again, so somebody's picked it up, but hasn't quite hooked. Whilst I had my back turned. So I'm going to give that 5 minutes to see if anything comes back, so stay tuned, because I don't think we'll be waiting very long. Oh yes, there's definitely a fish there having a go. There is definitely a fish there. definitely something having a good old go at that. It felt quite aggressive. Now I don't know, smooth hounds are quite aggressive. But I know bass can be very aggressive, and that felt quite aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry if the wind's awfully shocking. Not a lot I can do about that, but I am having fun, believe you me. My heart's pumping now. Maybe they're starting to come on the feed now. We're at that point of the flood. You're going to come back for the camera? Not playing ball. Yeah, let's just leave it for 5 minutes. Species number 2 that I've never caught. My first ever turbot. Gets on. 2 new species in one day. Hey, that is cracking that. I'm well chuffed. I'm definitely getting another bait out. What a beautiful looking thing. Absolutely fantastic. It's engulfed the bait, so I'm hoping I can get it back. I'm going to try and get it unhooked now, and I'll let you know how we get on. Boy, that took some doing. He really took that hook down, and I mean really took it down. I had to take it out of the gill, cut the hooks off, bring it back through. Yeah, he was lucky. He did go back. Whether he survived or not, I don't know. He was out of the water a good 5 minutes. Yeah, bait it back up. Another bit of mackerel, another bit of crab. I'm going to send it back out there and see if our luck continues. Stay tuned. Further back up the beach we go. We've had nothing the past 40 minutes. I think it's because obviously the higher this tide comes up, I'm struggling to get past now that dirty patch of water into that deeper section. Yeah, I set out another crab bait, waded out up my belly button. Wasn't willing to go any further. Chucked that as far as I can get it. It is out of the dirty water, so it's somewhere in the channel, but it's not very far past it. And on the Limitless rod, I have stuck out a Sandeel bait, just in the hopes of getting bass, because I know they're getting bass that way. Not very far away, because there's a lad fishing down there. In fact, it's cup holder. Graham's fishing down there. They've had bass. I don't think they've had any hounds. They've got live peeler crab. Mine are obviously frozen peeler from last week. So that could be the reason why. Maybe the bass aren't here yet. I don't know. Time will tell, but I'm going to fish my socks off today. I'm going to keep sending bait after bait after bait. We'll just go from there. can't do much more other than that really. But up to now we've had two new species. So that's 3 new species this year. So I'm very, very, very happy with that. I don't know, who knows, we could be out in darkness, I'm not 100% sure. We'll just see, but if I am going to stay till darkness, I'll put my gear up on the beach, I'll go make myself some food and whatnot. Have a fresh brew. Have a chill out for half an hour. And we'll come back down, prepare for darkness. If we do a little bit of night fishing, I don't know what the quality is going to be like, so I do apologise. The wind may be too bad, we'll just have to see. The wind keeps dropping off and then picking back up. So I'm hoping it hasn't been too bad for you. I'm hoping you're enjoying the video. Let's get back to it. We are about 20 minutes away from high water, and then it's going to start ebbing. That bait brought absolutely nothing, so I thought there might have been a turbot hanging on. So I've brought it back in, I've rebaited with the same baits, set them back out. The left one's got Mackerel and Sandeel on, and the right one has Squid, Mackerel, and a very, very small peeler. Or just a small bait, little tiny strip of Mackerel, tip off with a bit of Squid. And a small peeler strapped on the back side of it. So yeah, we're right on the top of the bank now, as you can see. The cliffs are now just there. So this should be the last time that I have to move back, other than when we start fishing them back down. But something's going to happen sooner or later. Graham's gone home now, he's had enough. He's had a few bass a day. No hounds though, unfortunately. Yeah, I thought when we got the first one that it actually would have started going a little bit crazy with the hounds, but maybe it was just a fluke one. Maybe someone was looking after us and sent us one so that I can get that ticked off. Now we've just got to gain on the size. Bigger turbot, bigger smoothie, bigger bulldogs. fetches back if anything starts going off all of a sudden. As you can hear, that wind's straight in your face now, it's well picked up. I've had no more fish since that turbot. Couple of knocks here, couple of knocks there. Looking at the water, I would have expected bass. It's a lot more lumpy than what it was. But unfortunately, I haven't had one, which is a little bit of a shame, really. I am going to bring one of the rods in. I've just sent a fresh bait out on the Limitless rod, so I'll leave that for half an hour and then I think I'm going to call it a day because I've got a 3-hour drive home. So I'll be back if I get anything, and if not, we'll see you at the end of the video. Right, that's the end of our little species hunt for the day. Unfortunately, no more fish, so it just shows you that I thought it was going to kick off big time, but unfortunately it didn't. However, I've still had a brilliant day, and if you've made it to the end of this video and you're listening to this, thank you very much for watching, and tight lines. See you all on the next one. Where will it be? As always, I have no effing idea. See you all later.